Hello students, I hope you are doing well and set for this session. Higher Trigo 1 part 2 and in this session we will continue with the handout QHO 3571732. Before I start with the question, I just want to do a quick recap on the basic formula, that is basic identities, and those are as sine square plus sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Tan square theta plus 1 equal to sec square theta, cot square theta plus 1 equal to cosec square theta. And apart from this, the basics of those as sine minus theta equal to minus sine theta, cos minus theta cos theta, tan minus theta is minus tan theta. Okay. Then maximum and minimum values of a cos x plus b sin x plus c, as we had discussed in the previous part 1, that is a cos x plus b sin x can have the maximum as under root a square plus b square and minimum as minus under root a square plus b square. When added by c, it becomes c plus minus under root a square plus b square as maximum and minimum. So it means the range of this expression is c plus under root a square plus b square, c minus under root a square plus b square. Whatever be the value of x, the expression a cos x plus b sin x plus c lies between the two values obtained from this c plus minus under root a square plus b square. So its meaning is the minimum value is c minus under root a square plus b square and maximum is c plus under root a square plus b square. Apart from this, we must remember the general solution of equations of trigonometric ratios. So suppose I have sin x equal to sin y as we had discussed in the previous part. Then what will be the general solution? So if I have sin x equal to sin y, then x equal to n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n, then y multiplied by y. So this is here if sin x equal to sin y, then x equal to n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n, y where n is an integer. Similarly, if you have cos x equal to cos y, then x equal to 2n pi plus minus y. So if cos x equal to cos y, then x equal to 2n pi plus minus y. Okay. Now similarly, if I talk about tan, so tan x equal to tan y if is given, then x equal to n pi plus minus y. So these are the basics of the formulae. Okay, and these are to be used in dealing with those questions here. So it was just a quick recap. Now continue with the next question. Question number 7. Question number 7, just read it. The general value of theta satisfying the equation 2 cos square theta minus 3 cos theta minus 2 equal to. So this is the question we have. It is here a quadratic equation. So you can take help from that. So 2 cos square theta minus 3 cos theta minus. So we have to do a splitting of middle term funda. So 2 into minus 2 is here minus 4. Fine. And if I factorize minus 4 as minus 4 plus minus 4 into plus 1, then minus 4 plus 1 gives us minus 3. Okay. So we can write it as 2 cos square theta. So we can have here 2 cos square theta minus 4 cos theta plus cos theta minus 2 equal to. Now if I take 2 common, I'll have 2 into 2 cos theta. If I take common, then I'll have here cos theta minus 2, and here by taking plus 1 common, I'll have cos theta minus 2 equal to. So by taking cos theta minus 2, I'll have cos theta minus 2 multiplied by 2 cos theta plus 1 equal to. From this we get cos theta equal to 2. Okay. or 2 cos theta plus 1 equal to. Now since the maximum value of cos theta can be 1 only, so this case is not possible. And from this we get here cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. Normally with this magnitude we have cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is equal to 1 by 2. So cos 60 degree means cos pi by 3. And cos pi minus pi by 3 is giving us negative, that is minus 1 by 2. So this will be equal to pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3, and that is here cos of 2 pi by 3. I hope this is clear. Now from this, by applying the general solution funda we just have discussed, so theta will be equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by, and which answer choice we have? That is answer choice C. Now I recap, means I repeat here, and that is with the help of the solutions provided to us here, and that is 2 cos square theta minus 3 cos theta minus 2 is equal to 0, which gives us here 2 cos theta plus 1 into cos theta minus 2 equal to 0. We are just considering this as a quadratic equation at this point of time. So this is to be dealt in the way of quadratic equation. So after solving it, you get here cos theta equal to 2 and cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. But since cos theta cannot be greater than 1, so it cannot be 2. So in that case, we can have here cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2 as the only possibility. Now cos 2 pi by 3 we have minus 1 by 2. So we can equate cos theta equal to cos 2 pi by 3 so as to get the general solution as 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3. Okay, so theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3. So answer choice here is C. I hope this is clear. Fine. Now move on to the next question, question number 8. So just look at this question. So 2 sin square minus root 3 sin x cos x minus 3 sin cos square x equal to 0. So this also seems to have a quadratic expression kind of. If you divide both the sides by cos square theta, it will result as this sin square x upon cos square x will give you tan square x. This will give you tan x and this will give you 1. So in this case, you will get the expression as 2 tan square x minus root 3 tan x minus 3 equal to 9. Now I have to split this. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 should be splitted in such a way that the difference becoming root 3, and in that case 2 root 3 with proper sign minus 2 root 3 and root 3 are the possibility. Now by applying the rule of quadratic expression, we get here in that case we will get tan x minus root 3. So in this case we can have tan x 2 tan square x minus 2 root 3 x here. So we can write 2 tan square x, fine, minus 2 root 3 tan x plus root 3 tan x minus 3 equal to 0. So if you take out 2 tan x common, we'll have tan x minus root 3 inside. Similarly, by taking plus root 3 common, we'll have tan x minus root 3 inside. So from this we get here two expressions, that is 2x plus 2 tan x plus root 3 into tan x minus root 3. 2 tan x plus root 3 into tan x minus root 3 equal to, and from that we get tan x equal to root 3 or tan x equal to minus root 3 by 2. So these are the two possibilities we have got here. So now tan x is root 3 tan x root 3 means tan 60 degree, and that is pi by 3. Fine. So one of the possibility is, because with the general solution we can have tan pi by 3 as root 3, and in that case one possibility can be taken as n pi plus pi by 3 as the general solution, because for tan x the general solution is n pi plus theta kind of, and that is n pi plus pi by 3 is our solution. So the best answer choice we have here as A. Now look at the solution. I repeat through this. Given 2 sin square x minus root 3 sin x cos x minus 3 cos square x equal to 0. When you divide both the sides by cos square x, you get this expression, and that is 2 tan square x minus root 3 tan x minus 3 equal to 0. And by taking out common, you'll get the expression as tan x minus root 3 into 2 tan x plus root 3 equal to 0. And from this we get tan x minus root 3 equal to 0, or 2 tan x plus root 3 equal to 0. That gives us tan x equal to root 3, or tan x equal to minus root 3 by 2. So if I talk about the standard angle, we don't have a standard angle with which the tan value can be as minus root 3 by 2 or with the magnitude root 3 by 2, because we have sin 60 degree as root 3 by 2. Fine. So obviously if I am looking for the standard angle and if I have the answer choices, if I look at the answer choices, we have pi by 3, pi by 5, pi by 4, pi by 6. So if you look for the standard angle and its tan x value, that comes here as root 3. Tan pi by 3 is equal to root 3, and by applying the general solution for tan x, and we have x equal to n pi plus pi by 3 as the answer. So our answer choice is here A. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now move on to the next question, and that is here question number 9 of this handout. If sin A equal to sin B, cos A equal to cos B, then the value of A in terms of B will be how much? So sin A equal to sin B. So from this we get, for sin A, we get here A is equal to n pi plus minus 1 whole to the power n, where n is a integer. So if n is 1, if n is odd kind of, so suppose if n is 1, then this will be pi minus b. And if n is 2, suppose n is even, then in that case it is pi 2 pi plus b. Now come to cos. So from this was the solution for general solution for sine, and general solution for cos is A is equal to 2n pi plus minus. I hope this is clear. So in this case, if I talk about this one, the common part is what? 2n represents even. And if I have even, then it will be of the form 2k. So the common of these two is coming out to be A is equal to 2n pi plus b only, because 2n pi minus b is not the possibility here. When we put here an even, only plus sign comes. That's why the common part, minus is to be removed and here odd is to be removed. So the common part is even from this sine side, and from cos side plus sine. So A equal to 2n pi plus b is our answer. So answer choice is to be picked as here, that is B answer choice. Fine. I repeat with this solution here, and in this case sin A equal to sin B, cos A equal to cos B, and the common is A equal to 2n pi, as we have discussed here, and our answer choice here as, and that is, I hope this is clear. Now move on to the next question, question number 10. So question number 10, we had seen the formula in the just look at the question first of all, and it considers three angles, tan x, tan 4x, tan 7x. We had seen one formula that tan A plus tan B plus tan C equal to tan A into tan B into tan C if A plus B plus C equal to 180 degree. And the same thing is here also. So if A plus B plus C is n pi, this is not only 180 degree and that is pi only. This is for all kind of pi, means all the multiples of pi. So if we have A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C equal to n pi, then tan A plus tan B plus tan C equal to product of these tan A, tan B and tan C. We had discussed this formula in the previous session. Okay. So if I look at this, this satisfies the same formula. So can I say in this case x plus 4x plus 7x should be equal to n pi? So just look at this. By applying that formula, we can have x plus 4x plus 7x that is equal to n pi. I hope this is clear. Now come to this 12x equal to n pi. And from this, can I have x equal to n pi by 2? So which answer option is to be ticked here? Now I repeat with this solution. We know that a plus b plus c when n pi, we can have tan a plus tan b plus tan c equal to tan a tan b tan c. This is the important formula we had discussed. So in that case, from this a plus b plus c must be n pi, and since this expression is satisfying this formula, we can have here x plus 4x plus 7x, that is 12x equal to n pi, and that gives us x equal to n pi by. So the answer choice to be ticked here as B. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now move on to the next question, and question number 11 comes here. That is, if tan A theta, just look at this. If tan A theta minus tan B theta equal to 0, then the values of theta form an arithmetic progression whose common difference is how much? So just try it, this question. This question is not difficult. It seems to be slightly AP combination with trigo. The answer choices also are simple. So we can be encouraged to do this question. So apply the general solution of tan. So okay, I start. Tan A theta equal to tan B theta. So can I write this expression as tan A theta equal to tan B theta? And by applying the general solution, can I say A theta is equal to n pi plus B theta, where n is any integer here. So from this I can have A minus B into theta is equal to n pi. And from this we can have theta equal to n pi divided by A minus B. Fine. So if I have theta equal to n pi into A minus B, where n is an integer, okay, and n refers here the different values, different integers here. So in this case, if I have n integer, by putting n different values, the common difference will always be 1. For example, if I am taking n as minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, so the common difference is here 1. And in theta terms, the common difference will be how much? 1 into pi upon A minus B. So in that case, the common difference, the question is about here finding common difference. Common difference will be pi upon A minus B. I hope this is clear. Now I repeat with the solution here. And even you can put the series in this form: minus 3 pi by A minus B, minus 2 pi by A minus B, minus 1 pi by A minus B, 0, pi by A minus B. Again, you will get the same common difference, that is pi A minus B. Now look at the solution. Tan A theta equal to tan B theta, and A theta equal to n pi plus B theta. And from this we get A minus B theta equal to n pi. and theta equal to n pi upon a minus b. Fine. I hope this is clear. And in that case, we can have the n as the integers, and this can be the possible series. And you can have the common difference as is pi upon a minus. I hope this is clear. So the answer choice for this question is. Now move on to the next question of this handout to be taken here, and that question is here as question number 12. This is very good question. This is slightly complicated question. Okay, so alpha beta are the solutions of p cot theta plus q cosec theta equal to. We know the formula, and if you look at this, these answer choices are in terms of square, so it gives us a clear hint that it requires some squaring. Cot theta is cos theta upon sin theta, and cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. So cos theta to be converted to sin theta is a possible case if and only if you do the square. So instead of converting cos theta sin theta, why not to simply do the square, and we know that cot square theta plus 1 equal to cosec square theta. I hope this is clear. So we can apply the same funda and think of doing that. So do the square of both the sides, and you can have p square cot square theta. If you do the square of both the sides, so p square cot square theta plus 2pq cot theta cosec theta plus q square cosec square theta. I hope this is clear. Now p square cot square theta and cot square theta plus 1 equal to cosec square theta, we have the simple identity, basic identity. So can I write cot square theta as cosec square theta minus 1? Right? So it can be here as p square cosec square theta, right, minus 1, and this is equal to r square. So if I take this as here p square into, in this case, cosec square theta minus 1, then it will be written as r square, and I can take this to this side. So I can have here now cosec square theta I have, so I'll have this as r square plus q square cosec square theta minus 2pq cot theta cosec. Fine. So in that case, I have here, you can write cosec square theta into p square minus q square plus 2qr cosec theta minus r square minus p square equal to 0. Because in this case, if I write p square here, I can have, means I can write p square as cosec square theta minus 1, and we can have this as, in this case, 2pq cot theta cosec theta. But in this case, we find that cot theta is here creating some disturbance, okay? And it becomes slightly difficult to split it. So why not to go in the other way around? That is, take cosec theta to this side. So you'll have here p cot theta equal to r minus q cosec theta. Now square both the sides. So it is now better, that is, do the squaring of both the sides, because in this case we are unable to split this cot theta and cosec. Now these are independent becoming, so p square cot square theta, okay, is equal to q square cosec square theta plus r square minus 2qr cosec. And cot square theta is cosec square theta minus 1, and it makes this solution more easier. Okay, so I continue with this here. So given p cot theta plus q cosec theta equal to r, squaring on both sides. But before that, we have to split this because it will be very difficult to split later on. So take this to this side. We can have p cot theta equal to r minus q cosec theta. By squaring both the sides of this, we can have p square cot square theta equal to r square q square cosec square theta minus 2qr theta. So all these can be converted to a single, that is cosec square theta. Cot square theta can be written here as cosec square theta minus 1. So p square into cosec square theta minus 1 is equal to r square plus q square cosec square theta minus 2qr theta. And this becomes like this one. So p square cosec square theta and this q square cosec square theta. If I take this to this side, I'll have p square into p square minus q square into cosec square theta. And later on, it will be like an r square. If comes here, then this becomes minus p square minus r square. So this is becoming like cosec square theta into p square minus q square plus 2qr cosec theta minus r square minus p square equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in terms of theta. Here it is given that sine alpha and sine beta are the roots of, means if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then sine alpha into sine beta will be how much? Yes, this is a quadratic equation in terms of cosec theta. There are two roots of this one, and suppose alpha and beta are the roots here. The product of the roots, since we are looking for in the question sine alpha, sine beta, that is product of these. So product of the roots will give us cosec alpha into cosec beta. So cosec alpha into cosec beta is here. In this case, this product of the roots is this upon this one. So cosec alpha into cosec beta. Sum of the roots gives us this middle term upon this, and product of the roots gives us this upon this. Sum of the roots here is this one, cosec alpha plus cosec beta equal to minus 2qr upon p square minus q square. But the question is about here, product of sine alpha and sine beta. And if I go for the product of the roots, I'll get here this as minus of p square plus r square upon p square minus q square. And if you take the reciprocal, then you will get the corresponding figure for sine alpha and sine beta. Our answer choice obviously in this case is coming out to be B answer choice. And that is here q square minus p square upon p square plus. I hope this is clear. This is a question, good question. And in this question, squaring was very important to us. Fine. Now, next question we can have here as question number 14 of this handout. Question number 14, let's look at this. The number of values of x in the first quadrant, it means we will take on the angle lying between 0 and pi by 2, not other than that. So in the first quadrant, satisfying cos x plus cos 3x plus cos 5x. Fine. So in this case, cos x plus cos 3x plus cos 5x. So we can, in this case, we can combine these two and we can apply cos A plus cos B formula. So cos A plus cos B is equal to 2 times cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. Right? So in this case, this will be 2 times cos 5x plus x upon 2, that is 3x, cos 5x minus x upon 2, that is 2x. So this will become 2 cos x, that is cos 5x minus x 4x upon 2, that is 2 cos 2x, 5x plus x 6x, so 6x by 3, that is cos 3x. And now this cos 3x is remaining. And this is equal to 0. By taking cos 3x common, I'll have here twice of cos 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So from this we get cos 3x equal to 0 or cos 2x equal to minus 1 by 2. Now in this case, if I take 0, then cos pi by 2 is giving us 0. And this is of here first quadrant. So obviously pi by 2 is not to be considered. Right? So in this case, if I look at this, cos 3x equal to cos pi by 2. First quadrant, yes, pi by 2 is coming here. Yes, this is to be considered. So in this case, can I say x equal to, and if you talk about this cos, so you can have in first quadrant 3x equal to pi by 2, so x equal to pi by 6. Yes, this is first choice. First solution. X equal to pi by 6. I hope this is clear. Now come to this cos 2x equal to minus 1 by 2. That is cos 120 degree. That is cos 2 pi by 3, which gives us here x equal to pi by 3 in the first quadrant. So we have here two solutions, pi by 6 and pi by 3. So the answer choice to be taken here. So I repeat here with this solution, cos x plus cos 3x plus cos 5x equal to 0 given. And if you combine these two, you'll get 2 cos 3x plus into cos 2x plus cos 3x equal to 0. So by taking cos 3x common, we'll have here cos 2x equal to minus 1 by 2. Cos 3x equal to 0 if I have. So this is pi by 2 and this is lying in the first quadrant. Yes, this is to be accepted here. So 3x equal to pi by 2 and in that case we get x equal to pi by 6. In this case minus 1 by 2 is for cos 2 pi by 3 and x equal to pi by 3. So we have the two kind of solution and that is in the first quadrant pi by 6 and pi by 3. So there are two solutions. I hope this is clear. Answer choice is B. Now come to question number 15. Question number 15. It is given that x plus y equal to pi by 2 and cos x equal to cosec y. So in this case, cosec y is 1 by sin y. So can I say in this case sin y into cos x equal to y? This is the first equation from this we have got. Now take the sine of both the sides. You'll have sin x plus y equal to sin pi by 2, which is equal to 1. And if you expand here with the addition formula, you'll have sin x cos y plus sin y cos x equal to 1. And sin y cos x is how much here? That is 1. If I put this thing here, I can have sin x cos y equal to 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. So from this we get sin x cos y equal to 0. So from this we get sin x equal to 0 or cos y is also equal to 0. I hope this is clear. Now from this I can have from sine I can have x equal to n pi because sine of any multiple of pi is always 0. So if x is n pi and by applying this formula can I have here y is equal to pi by 2 minus n pi. So if x is n pi, if I put this thing y is equal to pi by 2 minus n pi. And if you look at this expression is satisfying. N pi comma pi by 2 minus n pi. I hope this is clear. There could be another solution also that is related to cos y, and since we don't have any answer choice which mentions these two answer choices, that's why we have to get the proper solution, that is B only. So there are also another solution, that is cos y if I take 0, then it is here cos pi by 2, and that gives you another type of solution where y is equal to 2n pi plus pi by 2. I hope this is clear. So in that case, if you put, and in this case, if you put here, you will get different set of solutions, but since this is not available, so in that case, our B answer choice is sufficient. I repeat with this solution, given x plus y equal to pi by 2, cos x equal to cosec y, and in this case, 1 by sin y equal to cos x, which gives us sin y into cos x equal to 1. By taking sine of both the sides, sine of x plus y equal to pi by 2, sin pi by 2, and that is 1. Sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. By applying this, we get here sin x cos y equal to 0. So sin x equal to 0 or cos y equal to 0. X equal to n pi or y equal to pi by 2 minus n pi, that is the solution available in B. When you go for cos y equal to 0, then y is equal to 2n pi plus pi by 2, that gives us 2n. If you take out pi by 2 common, you'll have 2n plus 1 pi by 2. I hope this is clear. So from this we get 2n plus 1 pi by 2, that is always giving us, this is always giving us cos y 0. And from that, by subtracting this from x plus y equal to pi by 2, we'll get the corresponding value of x. But since it is not available in the answer choice, the answer choice to be ticked here as B only. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, move on to the next question, question number 6. Question number 17. I have taken this question number 17. Come to question number 7. The equation sin x plus cos x equal to 2 has how many solutions? This is a very tricky question. That's why I have picked this question over the question number 16. The equation sin x plus cos x equal to 2. This is a very tricky question. It seems to be very simple, but if you start solving, it will obviously be, it can put you in trouble. Sin x plus cos x equal to 2. So until unless you convert it to a single sine or cos form, it is very difficult to find out or equate it to any value. So if I multiply and divide it by root 2, can I have here, if I go for LHS only, just look for LHS. LHS is sin x plus cos x. This seems to be familiar expression. So if I multiply and divide by root 2, it will be root 2 into 1 by root 2 into sin x plus 1 by root 2 into, and 1 by root 2 is cos pi by 4, and 1 by root 2 here is sin pi by 4, and this gives us root 2 into sin pi by 4 plus x. And its range is 1 to minus 1. So can I say LHS is ranging from minus 2 to root 2, minus root 2 to root 2, right? But in this equation, RHS is how much? 2. Can you get these two same for any value of x? No. Since LHS maximum value is root 2, there is no possibility of RHS equal to LHS. And obviously, there cannot be a solution for this. So its answer choice is C, that is no solution. I repeat, with the help of the solution, we know that the maximum value of sin x plus cos x is root 2, as I had given you the formula initially. So in this case, sin x plus cos x equal to 2 is never possible, and I hope this is clear. Now, come to question number 18. Now, read this question first of all. So, sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x equal to a. So, in this case, since power is 6x, we can write it as sin square x whole cube plus cos square x whole cube. And by applying a cube plus b cube formula, that is a plus b whole cube, means this will be sin square x plus cos square x whole cube. So a plus b whole cube minus 3ab, that is 3 sin square x cos square x into a plus b, and that is sin square x plus. By using the identity, basic identity, sin squared theta plus cos squared theta equal to 1. So it becomes 1. Minus this is also 1. So minus 3 sin square x and cos square x. Since the question is to find the range here, we must think of converting this to a single sin x or cos x function. So we know we have here sin x cos x. We know that sin 2x equal to 2 sin x cos x. So this can be written as sin x cos x whole square. And if I divide it by 2 square here, then I can have it as 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 sin x cos x. Sin x 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x. So we can have it as 1 minus 3 by 4 sin 2x. I hope this is clear. Now what is the range of sin 2x? That is minus 1 to 1. So sin 2x whole square is ranging from 0 to 1. So sin square 2x is ranging from 0 to 1. And in that case, if you put this thing, so if you put sin square 2x equal to 0, you will get maximum. That is 1. And if you put 1, then you will get 1 minus 3 by 4, that is 1 by 4 as minimum. So in this case, the maximum value can be obtained when you put sin square 2x equal to 0. So when it is 0, maximum is coming out to be 1. And when this is equal to 1, minimum is coming out to be 1 by 4. I hope this is clear. So minimum is 1 by 4 and maximum is 1. Answer choice we have as B. I repeat with the solution now. So this is sin square x whole cube plus cos square x whole cube. And in this case, this is equal to a I have, and this expression is a actually. So in this case, if I use the formula a cube plus b cube, I'll get a square plus b, a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. And this is the expression we have. And finally, by applying the identity sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1, I can have this expression. So from this we get here sin squared 2x equal to 4 by 3 into 1 minus a, and sin squared 2x is lying in this range. We get finally this here as a 1 minus a lying in the range of 0 to 3 by 4, or we can have a lying in the range of 1 by 4 to 1. It could be better solution. Suppose you are not feeling comfortable in this, then you can just think of extreme cases. Sin squared 2x maximum is 1, sin squared 2x minimum is 0. So in this case, if I consider 1 as maximum and 0 as minimum, then accordingly we can get the value of a also, because a is equal to this expression. It makes them simpler. So by applying again this, I'll get here minimum as 1 by 4 and maximum. So the answer choice for this question is. I hope this is clear. Now come to question number 19. Now look at the question. This involves trigonometry with log. Log creates disturbance. Don't worry, this is not a log of higher difficulty level questions. Trigonometry is since involved, so just don't worry about it. Let's look into this question very carefully. The first term we have here as log of sin x to the base cos x. And in the second term, log cos x to the base sin x. So read it. If you have some confusion, I repeat, log sin x to the base cos x plus log cos x to the base sin x is equal to 2 given. So if you apply the log formula, log funda, you will get here you get to know that this expression is reciprocal of this. It can be written as log sin x to the base cos x plus 1 upon log sin x to the base cos x. Okay, and that is equal to, fine. Now you can consider this whole expression as a single entity, and in this case if you consider this as t, then you will get t plus 1 by t equal to 2, and this will give you t square plus 1 equal to 2t, or it is here t minus 1 whole square equal to 0. That gives us t equal to 1. Since I have assumed t as log sin x cos x, it becomes log sin x to the base cos x. And by applying the rule of log, we have sin x equal to cos x. Now sin x equal to cos x. Then the number of values of x lying in the range of 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So in this case, we have to find out which value can satisfy this case. Now sin pi by 4 and cos pi by 4 both are same. Fine. So since 0 to 2 pi says here, and in this complete quadrant, this is first quadrant where sin and cos both are positive. Else in different quadrants you have both are, means sin and cos are in different with different. So in this case, here we have in the third quadrant sin negative, cos negative, but in this case there is no possibility of getting sin x or cos x being 1. And in this case, if I take suppose in this third quadrant, in third quadrant sin x and cos x both will be negative, and log does not accept negative. That's why there is no scope of this quadrant to be considered. We have to consider only and only first quadrant. And in this case, sin x equal to cos x or tan x equal to 1 and x equal to pi by 4 is the only possibility. So how many solutions we have here? Repeat with this solution now. So log this expression sin x to the base cos x plus log cos x to the base sin x equal to 2. These are reciprocals of each other, and we can have this expression after that, and then by solving this in the form of perfect squaring, and we get log sin x to the base cos x equal to 1. And from this we get sin x equal to cos x. I hope this is clear. From this we get x equal to pi by 4, 7 pi by 4. I already have said first quadrant and third quadrant. These are the two quadrants you can get sin x and cos x both are same. But in the first quadrant, all the values of sin x and cos x will be positive. In the third quadrant, it will be negative. And since we have log of sin x and base cos x, none of these two can be negative. And in the third quadrant you have, that is for 7 pi by 4, we have here this negative. That's why this is not to be considered, and x equal to pi by 4 is only to be considered. I hope this is clear. So in this case, this gives negative and x equal to pi by 4. I hope this is clear. So the number of values of x is 1. Clear? Come to question number 20. Next question. The number of solutions for the equation 2x square x by 2 sin square x by 2 equal to x square plus x to the power minus 2. So this is also a tricky question. Look at the left hand side and right hand side. Left hand side we have trigonometric equation expression, and right hand side we have algebraic expression. Obviously there might be minimum maximum kind of which will relate these two, else this is not to be solved. So if I look at this left hand side and right hand side, in right hand side we have x square plus 1 by x square. Fine. And in this case we know reciprocal. So x square plus 1 by x square is always greater than equal to 2. So the right hand side we have RHS greater than equal to. Now come to LHS. It is 2 cos square x by 2 sin square x by 2. And if I multiply and divide it by 2 here further, I'll have this as 1 by 2 LHS can be written as 1 by 2 into 4 into sin square x by 2 cos square x by 2, and that gives us sin x whole square. Or LHS is 1 by 2 sin square x. Fine. Now, what can be the maximum value of sin square x? That is 1. So this whole expression can have the maximum value as 1 by 2. So LHS maximum is 1 by 2. RHS minimum is 2. Is there any chance of these LHS and RHS being equal? No. I hope this is clear. So in this case, there is no solution. Now I repeat this with available solution we have. Consider cos 2 cos LHS, that is cos square x by 2 sin square x by 2 into 2. Okay. And this is by multiplying and dividing this by 2, we'll get here this as of 4 times cos square x by 2 sin square x by 2, and that satisfies sin square x. Okay. So this gives here half sin square x. Now right hand side. So in this case, first of all, we will see the range of this, and sin square x has the range 0 to 1. So this has the range 0 to 1 by 2. Maximum is 1 by 2 LHS. This is LHS. Right? RHS, and this is here x square plus 1 by x square, and this is greater than equal to 2. So there is no possibility of RHS being equal to LHS. So RHS is not equal to LHS. So the answer choice will be here D, that is no solution. Number of such solution is. It was tricky, but yes, if we are basics, if you are peruse the basics, then obviously you can get the answer of this. So students, this was the session. Okay, and higher trigonometry needs formula on your fingertips. So just do the practice and go through this formula, whatever we had discussed in part 1 and part 2, these identities and the formulae given to us, and look at the questions given in the handout and the booklet. Just do practice. These are sufficient to sufficient for your examinations, I believe. So thank you.